Gotta get real again. Gotta get real again. Gotta get real again. Gotta get real again.
More nerve-wracking than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Okay. Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on. If you've been watching, you probably already saw just a little montage of me getting to where I'm gonna be filming this like car chat situation, and this video is gonna be kind of like two parts a little bit. I'm going to like start off just by talking about what's inspired me to start my channel, some of the synchronicities that have occurred that have pushed me to go ahead and just start and do this thing that I've been really passionate about doing for quite some time, but have just never pulled the trigger on doing, and for a series of reasons, but I'll get into that. However, the second half of the video is going to be just me answering some questions, just some regular get to know me type of questions, since this is my first official video, really. I think I'm gonna leave the video up that I made like 5 or 6 years ago. It really wasn't for YouTube, like for me, it was for like a project or something that I had to do, and I just left it up. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up now that I'm like starting this journey, but I would say this is like my first official YouTube video. And I'm really excited, but also very nervous, and talking to a camera is definitely something that's going to take some getting used to, that's for sure. But I'm a Gemini, so I can talk on and on and on. So I'm sure that as I develop, I will get used to this, because I'm a chatty catty. So yeah, we're going to get into it. So a couple of weeks ago, I had came across a post, actually random. It was from CeeLo Green, random, but I came across this particular post, and what was interesting is that I had never heard what the post kind of speaks about in the most simplest form. And what it was, and I'll read the post that CeeLo Green posted on, I believe, his Instagram. And the post says, "Dear everyone who is working on a thing, whatever that thing may be, good luck with the thing. You can do the thing, you will do the thing, you just have to do the thing. Best wishes, someone who is also doing a thing." And it was so simple, like such a simple post, nothing that's crazy or out of the ordinary, but it resonated with me so much. And the reason why is because I have been really stagnant about content creation, YouTube, for quite some time. I've wanted to do this since I would say like 2011, 2012, when people weren't doing it for money and views. People were really doing it for fun, and as a creative outlet. And I'd been wanting to do this for such a long time, but as I went through all of these phases in my life, I struggled with picking up a camera to do this. Even having just my phone and recording on my phone, I struggled because of fear. And I think that also a huge component of why it took me so long to just start is unfortunately, because I am a hyper perfectionist and I like for things to be as perfect as possible, and so for things to be perfect, or as close to that as possible, I have to know every single thing. And I have tried and attempted to learn everything that I could about YouTube, content creation, and influencing, and just learning and watching all of these videos and reading books. And, you know, it's also a part of my career as well. And I'll get into that as I answer more questions and things. But I have spent a lot of time using my skills and what I know about the industry to help other people. And I think that I've been using that as a crutch instead of just going forward and doing it for me, doing it for the audience that I want to create and the community that I want to create on this platform. And I think that that post really woke me up to the fact that no longer can I be stagnant. I have to just do, because it's not going to be perfect, clearly. Although I have a camera that I'm using, a great camera, might I add, outstanding camera, the Sony ZV-E10. It's great. I have an understanding of kind of how I need to do these videos, but to be completely honest, you guys, it is not until you actually start something, go through the motions, go through the journey, that you even learn some of the things. Like, it's just not possible for me to learn everything that I can about this, because as I move on and progress, and as we as a collective, I'm speaking to hopefully someone who wants to do YouTube, someone who wants to be a creator, someone who just wants to influence, but even more so, someone who just, there's something you want to do, whether it's, I don't know, go to nursing school, or if you want to be a police officer, or if you want to be a lawyer, or you want to be the first to do something in your family, whatever your aspirations are, this also still applies. And like I said, I feel like for so long I've been so focused on learning everything I can, when, interestingly enough, as you go through a journey, there are portions of understanding that are unlocked, but it's not until you go through that journey that you could unlock that understanding. And so I think that kind of really set things in stone for me that, okay, it's time. Then another synchronicity happened for me, because one of the YouTubers that I watch, her name is Simone Nicole. Her channel is amazing, outstanding creator. And a couple of weeks ago, she had posted a video. And that particular video, I believe she titled it like, "There's no perfect time," or the phrasing was something like, "The time is now," or "There's no perfect time," something like that. It was a title similar to that. And she spoke a lot about how there are kind of these groups of individuals who have a hard time starting things, right? And so you have the people who, like me, like, everything has to be so perfect, and it's to a complete fault, right? And you're overanalyzing and you're overthinking. And then you have the people who have these huge aspirations and this huge drive to do something, but they never take any action towards doing it or understanding any portions of the craft or anything, right? So it's like these two extremes, and she explained it very well. Hopefully I reiterated it as well. But definitely go and watch her video if you're kind of feeling like you need that motivation and a little bit of inspiration to start your channel and to do, right? Great place to start. But when she uploaded her video, it really set in stone for me that, like, okay, I am trying so hard to make things as great as they possibly can be, and waiting until I have all of these things to start a channel, which is insane. But I've waited and waited and waited, and all I am doing is hurting myself. And so when she had posted that video a couple of weeks ago, that was another notch. And I was like, okay, I can no longer keep ignoring these signals. And it's so interesting for me because I have received these signals to start my channel for a very long time. I don't know why. I don't know why this is something that I'm pulled to and drawn to. And when I say that, I mean that intuitively, right? Because again, like I said, a lot of this is things that I already do in my career, but I feel emotionally connected to doing this for some specific reason. And I think that is just, it has to do with some sort of journey, you know, that I'm supposed to be on to either help someone else or to fulfill God's mission. I don't know. But all I know is that I have been drawn to doing this, and I'm really excited to start my journey. I'm really excited to share my life with you all. Whoever decides to watch and join the journey with me, I'm very excited to do this. And I think I have a lot of pent up anxiety and a lot of pent up excitement, because I feel like now is the time and there are no more excuses. I have a camera. I have a great camera. I have, you know, the aesthetically pleasing apartment that I just felt like I had to have in order for my content to be aesthetically pleasing and all of these things. And so I have that. I have my dream place that I manifested. And if you want me to do a video on how I manifested pretty much my dream apartment, I will do that. But I said all that to say that now there is no excuse. And I hope that I speak to someone in that don't wait till God pushes you off a cliff, or don't wait until you have all of these things, right? These tangibles for you to start doing something that you're really passionate about. Because I feel like I've waited until I've had these tangible things, and I'm not even comfortable in front of the camera. Girl, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And it's not to say that I've gotten the apartment that I had just because of YouTube or anything like that. These are things I wanted to do, but they're also things that I felt like you had to have as a type of YouTuber, and it's not true. It's really just about this connection right here. And the best way to curate that is getting comfortable in front of the camera, talking to your audience, pouring into your audience. And although I've done none of these things, I understand that that's really where this all begins. And like I said, I'm very excited to share portions of my life with you all on here. And I just find that it's very interesting that I've waited this long to start this journey. But I'm very excited because I just have so much to share about, you know, hair and natural hair, which I love, and it has been a journey for me in itself. And stopping the process of like straightening my hair and using heat on my hair and things like that completely changed my life. I want to share what it's like to be a plus size woman, to be, you know, a curvier woman, and my experiences there, being a Black woman working in the corporate world, being a Black woman who has access and the ability to live in luxury in the multitude of ways that means, you know, the word luxury itself, right? I have so much that I want to share, you know, my journey within spirituality, you know, and it's just so much that I want to share and I want to do here in this space and pour into this space. And so I say all of that to say that whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whatever it is that you're passionate about, start it. Just do it. Do, and continue to do. I was so worried, I think, about like, okay, if I, you know, upload a video, you know, no one's gonna watch it. Of course no one's gonna watch it. Of course no one is gonna watch. I already know. The second I upload this video, I'd be lucky if 50 people click on it. But but it's the start of a journey. It's truly the start of my journey, and I have to start somewhere as I continue on. And so my hope is that there are people out there who want to go on this journey with me, and I hope that I have inspired someone out there to start their journey, and to know that it's okay for it not to be perfect. You know, it's okay to be scared and nervous. I've been sitting in my car for like, what, how long has it been? It's 5:22, probably an hour and a half, trying to work up the courage to talk to the camera and to talk to you guys, and to start, like, I guess, this digital footprint, which is a little nerve-wracking, right? Because once you say everything you say and you press the record button to end, you know, unless you want to pick back up and, you know, record again, you know, what's said is said. And so that's a lot of pressure, right, to get on here. And I wrote a couple of notes, but to be honest, I wanted to be my pure, authentic self as much as I can in this video. Okay, in amazing YouTube fashion, my camera cut off on me. But needless to say, excited about the journey. Now let's go ahead and start answering some questions. First off, my name is Ronnie, by the way. So there is that. Let's get that out of the way. Where am I from? I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Home of Bryson Tiller, Jack Harlow, Jennifer Lawrence, Kentucky Derby. Home to all these things, and home to me as well. How old am I? I'm 26. Yeah, just turned 26 over the summer, and yeah. Don't know how I feel about 26 yet. Gotten off to a great start. A lot of great things have happened since I've turned 26. But being closer to 30 is, I think, scary for me. I think it is for all women, which is so problematic in itself. But yeah, I'm 26. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Gemini. I think I probably already said this in the video because I can't have a conversation without telling someone I'm a Gemini for some weird reason. But yeah, I'm a Gemini. My birthday is June 9th. So yeah. How tall am I? I'm like 5'1". That's probably on a good day. Yeah, I'm very, very short. What do I do for a living? I am a marketing manager for a food. I really work in the food and hospitality industry without giving out the name of the company I work for. But yeah, I am a marketing manager. I have been working in the marketing field for 4 to 5 years now, because I started out as a marketing specialist, and I was a marketing specialist for 2 years at a different job, and then later was moved over to this job, applied for this job, got it, and have been with this company for 2 years as a marketing manager. So yeah, but I also do graphic design as my side hustle or freelance work, and I have been doing freelance work. Ooh, how long have I been doing freelance work? Probably ever since high school. That's pretty much where I learned how to do a lot of things in terms of video editing, photo retouching, understanding how to work DLSR, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator. Pretty much got a basic knowledge of all of those things in high school, and pretty much have carried that with me. So if anyone's interested on a separate video about the marketing field and my process and how I've broke into the industry, I guess, if that makes sense, what my process was like in college, any questions like that, just let me know in the comments below. I will definitely do a video on my process and what I recommend, what hard and soft skills I recommend that you have, all that different stuff. So let me know if you're interested. The next question is, what is my dream job? It's so funny because I wasn't really sure particularly what my dream job really was. I think for me it had always been A&R, and doing A&R for like a record label. That had been the dream job for me since probably high school, maybe even before then. But I think now my dream job has to do with marketing as it relates to hair care. I saw a position that was available like some months ago that I didn't even think was possible. And so, yeah, either being some sort of like a communications manager or marketing for a hair care company. So that would probably be the biggest interest for me, or owning my own hair care brand. I think that would be like a dream for me personally. But I have so many aspirations, and I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades, but a master of none is better than a master of one. I like to think of myself as that. So I said that to say that I really don't want to box myself into just A&R or boxing myself just into hair care and just into marketing in general. I think I do have a lot of attributes and skills, and to be quite honest, I've just been going on my own journey. So to be quite honest with you, I don't even know where I'm gonna end up, but that would maybe be what my dream job is if I had to pick something. How many siblings do I have? So I have 2 other siblings. I have an older sister. She is 27, and then I have a younger brother, and he is 18. Yeah, he's 18. Sorry, it's always the young ones where we're like, how old are you again? Yeah, I'm pretty sure my brother, he's 18. So yeah, and I am the middle child. So shout out to all the middle children, or middle child. Shout out to you guys as well. You know, we stay pretty independent, and we typically don't get in the way. We kind of just do our own thing. What made me want to start a channel is the next question. And I think it's just about, for me, and I kind of talked about this in the beginning of the video, but having a creative outlet. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I find that I'm happiest when I'm creating. And so for me, creating can look like me making neon signs, which is something that I do, and I've learned how to do because I took a course. I like to paint as well, and make textured art. That's something that I do as well. And so anything where like I'm creating something, I'm making something out of nothing, that is what I love and I enjoy. And so I think YouTube is very similar in that way, of creating something out of nothing. And so because I'm happiest when I'm creating, I think that YouTube is the obvious choice, because I think it has been such a huge and consistent platform for creators. So where do I see myself in 5 years? I really don't like this question. I actually don't like this question when they ask it at like at job interviews. I really despise of this question, but but I will say that in 5 years I see myself financially free, as close to being financially free as I possibly can be. And I also see myself in a consistent relationship with someone. At least I would like to see myself there. I wouldn't say married, but I would like to see myself in a consistent long-term relationship with someone by then. And then I also see myself pouring into all of my endeavors. So that's pouring into YouTube, that's pouring into my career outside of YouTube, and if they so happen to intersect and intertwine, that's great. Also pouring into to my relationships with my families and my friends, and just doing the internal work and working on myself to be better. That's kind of where I see myself advancing all those aspects of my life. So yeah, that's where I see myself in 5 years. My biggest pet peeve probably smacking. Like when like people who smack while they're eating, I can't do it. I think just bad like table manners just in general is a no for me, and it's really difficult for me to get with that. So I would have to say that's a huge pet peeve of mine. I almost sometimes have to like leave the room if someone is smacking because it's too much, and it's probably because of how I was raised very early on. That was just not something that I was raised to be able to just do. So I think that that's kind of rubbed off on me to the point where when other people do it, it's not a behavior that I feel like necessarily has to be corrected from me, but I do try to like remove myself from it because it's that frustrating. So that's my biggest pet peeve. Smacking. It's gross. Favorite feature. Favorite feature, probably my hair, which seems like the obvious answer, but probably my hair or my lips. I think either of those would be fine, I guess. What keeps me motivated and going? I think challenge. Really? Got it. Okay. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay. What motivates me and keeps me going? I would say two things. One, challenging myself. I'm really big on how can I do better? How can I be better? How can I push myself? And so consistently, that's what I try to do every year. Like, in what aspect have I gotten better or gotten over like a hurdle or a challenge, right? So I think the challenge sometimes of life kind of keeps me motivated and going because I like to impress myself. I'm really big on that. So I think that is really truly what keeps me going. And then also my family. You know, I have huge aspirations to give back to my family, particularly, you know, my mom, because she has just I'm a mama's girl. Like, I'm a mama's girl, so it is what it is. You know, my dad, he's great, I love him, you know, they've been married for years, all that good stuff. But yeah, my mom, she's that girl for me. So I have things that I want to do for my family, like my siblings. They're just things that I want to do for them. Like, I'd love to take them on like an all expense paid trip, you know. I would love to buy a car for my mom. There's just certain things that I want to do. I won't say much because they'll probably watch this video. So there's just things I want to do for them, and that's what kind of keeps me going. I know that if I can kind of conquer things and do things that my parents even couldn't do, I am able to give them experiences, and we can have experiences together. So that's kind of what inspires me and keeps me motivated and going. Favorite artist. Okay, so anybody who knows me, okay? Anyone who knows me knows I love Drake. So there is no other. Well, that's not true because I have a plethora of artists that I really love and enjoy. But for me, Drake is that guy. I enjoy listening to Drake. His artistry, all that is just amazing. And so Drake is my favorite artist. Yeah, for sure. 100%. First job. Okay, first job was I worked at this place called Journeys because I'm like I said, I'm from Kentucky, so I'm from the East Coast, so I don't know where Journeys is. I don't know if Journeys is like nationwide or what, but I worked at Journeys. I think I started off working at Journeys Kids, and then I worked at like Journeys Underground, and those are like mall jobs when I was in high school. So yeah, I worked some mall jobs when I was in high school, and I worked at Journeys. And I think this is the last question, and it is one thing I can't live without: coffee. I cannot live without coffee. Y'all, I've tried. I really have been doing better because like for today, it's all kind of bad. I don't even know if it's gonna focus because of my settings right now. But if you can see here, I got a chai today with a shot of espresso because I'm really trying to wean myself off the coffee. It's getting ridiculous, but y'all, I can't help it. I really love coffee. So yeah, one thing I just can't live without: coffee. And honestly, what's crazy is I'm from Kentucky, but I don't currently live in Kentucky. And where I live now, y'all, where I live now, they just don't have as many coffee shops. They don't have as many Starbucks. A lot of their coffee shops close super early. I'm a type of person, I can have a coffee at like 6 o'clock and I'll be fine. Like I'll be fine. I'm already a night owl. So for me, coffee it's supreme. It's up there for me, and I love me some coffee, and for the most part I would say like I can't really live without it. So yeah, that was a little get to know me. If you have any other questions, want me to answer any other I also said I was going to put what product I used for this wash and go, just because I feel like I don't know who's gonna watch this video, but just in case, if you guys want to know what my wash and go is, I'm gonna put it up here. So this is just, I guess, a reminder for future Ronnie. Like, put the wash and go that's in my hair right now somewhere on the screen for you guys. I'm pretty sure it's Diva Curl, but yeah, my camera keeps cutting off, but it's just because it's getting hot in the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the video out. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And please leave me some video ideas. What do you guys want to see? What questions do you guys have? Leave them in the comments for me below. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to start this journey on YouTube. So please join the journey with me, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys super soon. Bye.